Hello, we're back. We've just watched episode 7 of season 49 of US Survivor, and it was a little bit of a surprise to me, at least. I don't know whether it was a surprise to others. I didn't see it going down that way. I thought maybe they hadn't foreshadowed enough that, and please look away now if you haven't already known, that Nate was going.
I already expressed that I thought that this was... They said, they're like, Christina kept saying, and I keep writing to you that it's Christina with a C, but it's actually K. I'm glad to remember it this time. But Christina kept saying, oh, it's the safe vote. And I'm just like, but the safe vote is boring. You're still leaving yourself with the trouble people.
We liked Nate.
Yeah, and I liked Nate, even though he was in an alliance with the wrong people. But, well, Savannah specifically. But I like the idea that because Savannah was sort of the core of that group, and I like the idea that they would just blow that group up by getting rid of the core of the group. I really like that idea. And they were like, oh, what if Rizzo uses the idol? I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But
no,
like,
it's fine.
What if Rizzo uses the idol on it? And I'm like, I was thinking to myself, there is no way he's reusing the idol on it. No way whatsoever. He cares about himself. And he didn't use his idol just like he said he wouldn't. So yeah. Anyway.
I think they think that maybe they were blowing up the middle of that tribe. No. Don't you reckon that he, when he wanted to, he kind of put his foot down? That he was still part of sort of organising it a bit, even if Savannah was vocal.
I think that Savannah was running things and just letting Nate think that he was sort of in control of everything. And I think that now that Nate's
he
gone,
was up there though.
Rizzo is going to be like, what have I done? Because he's going to realize how nuts Savannah is, which we see in this episode.
Yeah. And she definitely has the potential to forge her own path, I think. Burn bridges, leave people behind that might, she's not in a go with my alliance all the way to the end. I think they have effectively broken up fully.
Okay.
With this vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the start?
Yeah, let's go back to the start. No. So we see after the last tribal council, the remaining members, Stephen, Joanne, and Sage get back to camp, and they're happy. And I'm like,
they're riding high.
I'm happy too. And I'm happy that you're happy.
And maybe seeing as we've talked so much about the end already, we can do this a little bit of a different way. Like in retrospect, sort of watching it, that, those three are really riding high after their vote. And if I'm not mistaken, all three voted together here at the end, right?
Yes, they sure did. And in fact,
they saw it all the way through.
So we find out pretty early on in the episode, which we knew from last week anyway, but they find out they're merging. Pretty Australia, but what they find out is that everybody's coming to their island, and they're like, "Oh shit, we need to get our story
but we
straight."
Haven't cleaned up.
That's the first thing I thought. I thought to myself, "Oh, what? Do they have to clean up? Is that what they have to do?"
I think they were thinking, "Oh no, I guess they did have the chickens, but was there? It wasn't." Otherwise, like a great camp, was it? I think they were just hoping for like a better beach or something.
No, it wasn't a great camp. But actually what they were worried about is, we need to come up with a good story about why Shannon got voted off, because Shannon was part of their little Uli alliance.
Yes.
And they bought it hook, line, and sinker. I got to say, Sage and Joanne, I wasn't that convinced by Joanne because he has a poker face. No. Terrible poker face.
I thought they were just going to cut to someone going, and yeah, that was a complete fabrication.
But no, they all bought it.
Normally would. Even when it's true, there is normally someone who says that. He just doubts for whatever reason. In a group that big as well. Yeah. Maybe they just didn't show it. But before that, we kind of see them, thinking they're being cool, waiting it out, timing their run, and it quickly turns into, oh no, this is like looking weird now. If we come out at this point, they sort of waited too long to appear, and then they're like, oh no, the longer we wait now, I don't want to go out now, but the longer we wait, the worse it is.
Yep.
And they come out sheepishly.
Yep. And then
totally
Sorry, just checking my glasses. And Uli members, the Uli Alliance notices pretty much straight away that Shannon is gone. Oh no, I didn't adjust them right.
And
No,
it did have the right effect. Like, I mean, clearly she was. They did notice it. They were hoping to come out of it. I mean, fair enough too. I mean, they had numbers there. They didn't have to keep Stephen.
Mm. Mm.
And again, like, if we think about where it ended up at the end, like Stephen was close to going. It would have been, a bit of a hit back if they had managed to even the numbers there. But that's not the way it worked out. They've effectively got rid of two original Uli in a row after they had the numbers.
I wasn't entirely clear on why they were targeting Stephen. I didn't quite understand why they came up with his name. There are many other people they could have gone for.
Well, this might not be the reason, but I'll sort of explained it a couple of times that often once they get to individual immunities, they start thinking, all right, who am I pretty sure might beat me in challenges? I'm not sure that Stephen
I think they did mention that he's good at
screams
puzzles.
out that. Yeah, puzzles. And he was, I'd been saying all along that I thought Yellow Sophie, the first vote she went to, the first opportunity to get her out, they would, just based on the edit. I guess they still haven't had a chance to get her out because I really thought she was going to come second and that might be the reason why they ended up going for her after she sort of shows herself. Yep. But it was actually Stephen who came second. And maybe between the puzzles and seeing him do well in those other physical parts. Because there's really not, after Jake went, there's not a lot of like strong guys I'm sure they might be strong, but they're not the burly types like we might usually see a few of.
I think it's funny that anyone
Matt
would
was
look at Stephen
older and stronger
and go alpha male.
Just
like no.
But I mean he's no weakie, and he's sort of got the height, which does. I know I've gone on about the height a little bit sometimes, but it does matter for some of those challenges, like when they're trying to get up that ball, for instance.
Well, did we want to talk about the challenge? Oh no, because then first the boat arrives and there's the whole hunt for the key in the forest first. Yeah,
and we've got the naming of the Bottoms Up Alliance that stuck together.
Yep. And we had a little bottom boy flashback from Australia versus the World.
Yes.
Yeah. So the race was to find. So there were lots and lots of keys hidden in the jungle. Only one key would actually work in the lock, and whoever unlocked it would get an advantage. You wouldn't, but as we found out, you wouldn't find out what that advantage is until you got to the challenge. But there was a moment there when I thought MC was going to get it, and I'm like, because I love MC. MC, can we just talk about MC, because she's gotten a lot of airtime every episode.
Yep.
She's killing it, I reckon. Anyway, sorry. I that's just my weekly MC shrine praying. But
before that key bit, we had an interesting moment as well where Sage was talking to everybody. That's right. I think after they had come together, and it was almost like a character assassination of Shannon. Oh, that's right. That whole Bottoms Up Alliance. You know how they were spinning that story, and you were saying they bought the story. They really went after Shannon.
And said
I saw an interview with her after last week where she talked about, it did kind of hurt to watch it, and she was sort of saying, me and Sage are, good buds now, or talk a lot, or I'm not sure whether that's true or not, or whether it's just something that she would say. Maybe it's true. But she said, no, I mean, of course it hurt to watch that. You'd think she maybe had gone through her pain at this point, but no, start of the next episode, they're like making up lies about how she's freaking out.
No, she's a complete psycho, and, she blew everything up,
But that's kind of the last chance they get to do that now, because, very, very likely all these people are on the jury. So, anyone that goes out now, as Nate did, he's going to remember.
You know what I do find fascinating though? Savannah, as someone who spins stories of her own, that she just bought that line so easily. It's just like, seriously, can you not hear how bullshit this is? Or maybe they all thought,
I did.
she was a bit,
I guess they've all had their little, well, not all of them. Most of them had their own little bit of paranoia, and maybe they went, I guess, people could spin out maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Although it wasn't really her style, was it? She didn't really.
She'd not really acted like that at all up to this point.
No.
So yeah, it was. I mean, I guess they played it where it was just completely out of the blue, and they were just like, "Oh, we got to get rid of her. She's nuts."
Yeah. I thought Joanne in particular was just going to be like a terrible liar.
Yeah.
For,
and he
for
was.
That story,
I was watching his face thinking, if I was watching him tell this story, there is no fucking way I would believe it.
When they're announcing the key challenge, Savannah puts on her announcer voice.
Yes.
Loudly speaking to the group, projecting.
Yep.
Very good.
But they all run off, and they go through quite a few keys actually before Sophie, as in Sophie IE. I think we decided it's Soph for Blue Sophie and Sophie for Yellow Sophie. I think that's what we decided.
Yeah. I don't think there are enough keys in this episode. Actually, I think they should introduce some more.
That threw me for a second until I remembered what comes later. What we didn't mention is when the merge happens, the Uli alliance of Nate, Rizzo, Joanne, Rizzo and all, and pretend Joanne and pretend Sage and who was the other one? Savannah. Yeah, Savannah. They're all like, "Oh, I think we should go after Sophie." And Sage tells her, "Look, you need to know your name's getting thrown around over here." And I think that we should go after Savannah. And when I heard that, I was like, yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Fantastic. All my dreams are coming true.
You're really barracking for that for the rest of the episode, weren't you?
Yeah, I really was. So when
I was going to say what I thought of Savannah, but maybe we'll do that in our cast wrap-up later.
Yeah, okay. So when Sophie was the one that had the key that unlocked it and got the advantage, they're all like, "Oh, no." Wait, was it Sophie? No, it was Sage. Sorry. It was Sage. Yeah. Sorry, the Sophie thing is later on.
She got the advantage, yeah.
Yeah, and when
after having already kind of told the story, sort of led the charge. In regards to their previous successful
I was very worried when that happened because already she's got sort of like, "Oh, this thing happened with Shannon and now you've got an advantage. Oh, you're a bit of a beautiful worry over there."
She is, and she keeps doing that, but at the same time, she keeps it's probably just her personality anyway, but she keeps like just subtly downplaying herself. Like at the end at that tribal where she was talking about, big groups are my, nightmare or Halloween or, whatever scary movie.
Yep.
Which is working pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I think it is as well. Might not be working so well after today's results.
Savannah later on talks about how, she can see that she's a bit chaotic, and that sort of appeals to Savannah as well. She's like, I could kind of use someone who's a bit chaotic. She doesn't want to be stuck in the same tribal alliances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the challenge happens. Was there anything before the challenge?
Before the challenge, the main thing is that Jeff sort of lets them know, possibly they didn't know up until this point, even though we have known for a long time, that, there are spots on season 50 up for grabs. And he pretty much says, the people who end up on 50, most likely are the people who make big moves here. Like if you want to go on and play another season, I mean, they're only halfway through this season, but anyone who's on there at this point is a fan. Like they don't let anyone on anymore who's not like, a fan of the game. And they're like, great. Are you sure? I want to play again. And if I have to go hard now,
Well, and that's the thing that okay, I know we'll get to it again, but that's the thing that sort of annoyed me. It's like everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to do this big move. No one is doing a big move.
No,
this was not a big move.
I agree that they weren't, but I think some of them will think, oh no, we didn't go the safe option. We could have picked we could have picked a, oh no, Christine is not the right answer. Who's someone? We could have picked a Jawan. Oh, not Jawan either, really. He was on the other. Well, actually,
Rizzo or
Savannah.
It was either Nate, Rizzo, or Savannah. That was going to be it.
Yeah, true. Because and
they chose the safest one, and it's just like, oh, that won't get you on season 50. I'll tell you right now.
I think some of them think they took out a decent target.
Maybe,
but I agree that it's not. It's not what Jeff was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, as a close personal friend of Jeff,
What's his name?
Jeff somebody. Anyway.
In a lot of the interviews and stuff, you hear of returning players. A lot of players, after they've played once, say, I want to take more risks going forward. They don't come back and play safer. They're like, I thought I was playing the right way the first time, but in hindsight, I played too safe. Mm-hmm. So I think, Jeff probably would have done it anyway. It probably wasn't just the way the season's working out, but he was really trying to give him a poke and say, all right, time to really step it up. We don't want. Oh, I guess another thing you don't know is that the previous season, 48, there was not a lot of movement. It sort of went for a lot of the time. It went the way you thought it was going to go. So he probably didn't want two of those in a row. Yeah, it had its good moments, but overall it was a bit lame.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about there were actually two challenges back to back. So the first challenge, we find out that Sage, as her advantage, does not. She goes basically straight to the second challenge because only the winners of the first challenge will go to the second challenge,
which she rather enjoys.
Yeah. So she's automatic, and anyone who wins the first challenge is getting a nice feed as well. So that's really good. Unfortunately, was this the one with the ball? It was, right? Yes.
Oh, and by the way, this is after they've killed the chicken. They've already gone back to the camp. We had the whole thing with the chicken where almost certainly there's a merge coming, but they're like,
and Savannah's wielding this machete like a mad woman. Everybody's like, oh, she's a bit crazy.
She hungry. Yeah. I guess they wanted energy for the challenge. They weren't waiting for it. Yeah.
So the challenge was they had to dig out some gigantic ball and then push it through a maze, and there were bits at the end, and then they had to do. I think there was like a puzzle they had to assemble, like a jigsaw puzzle they had to assemble at the end. MC's group, of course, just takes the lead pretty much straight away.
No, the puzzle was at the end of the second one. What happened at the end of the first one?
The puzzle was at the end of the first one. The second one was just the balancing. That's all it was.
Oh, you're right. Of course it was.
Yeah, no, it's just because there was a lot to that first one.
Yep.
So, MC's group, which is everything is about MC. Everything revolves about MC.
You're like, she's going to win. She always wins.
I'm just like, go MC, go on.
Spoilers, she did not win.
No, and this is the first for her. This is actually the first time she's never won.
It sort of looks like a relatively simple puzzle, but you could kind of see that it was engineered in such a way that there were lots of bits hanging over other bits. Like they kept running into trouble where they were trying to slot something in rather. They were designed to go in one sort of on top of the other.
Yep. And the other group featuring Nate and Savannah. Oh no, Savannah was in the group with MC actually. Did not make it.
Do you like how Jeff said the phrase that was the answer right before the first tribe got to it?
Oh no, I didn't. I completely missed that.
Yeah, like he. I mean, it's a common phrase, so it wouldn't have stood out at all. But like he literally said it as they were approaching the puzzle.
So and we were talking about how if Jason was there, this puzzle would have been solved already.
Poor Jason. They nearly lost it. yellow. They were ahead, and they just couldn't seem to get that last piece in. And
the other group, I think it was red, if I'm not mistaken, just couldn't get their shit together with those last pieces, and it was just like, it's obvious where they go. Come on. But obviously, it was edited in a way to make it seem that it was probably a lot closer than it actually was.
Well, he did say at the end it was 1 second. I don't know whether. I mean, he verbally said that. Doesn't mean they couldn't have fudged it, but I kind of believe it.
Because I know that like in the beginning of that challenge, they definitely edit things in such a way to make it seem like the groups are not as far away from each other as they actually are.
Unless it serves the purpose where Jeff is like just berating them for how poorly they're doing, which he does sometimes.
Which is like, it's just like, oh my God, you are so far behind, you got no hope. I love it when he does that.
He talks about wanting to kind of vocalize what he thinks the audience would be thinking.
Oh, okay.
That's what he talks about. So yeah, he's not afraid to.
So he's like just like being a sports commentator or something, yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Okay. I think he does a really good job. So yeah,
he's had a lot of practice.
The winners of that challenge go off to the next challenge, which is for immunity. So this is standing on a piece of wood that's sloping downward that basically becomes thinner and thinner over the course of the challenge, and they have a little thing that they have to balance a ball on, and they have to hold it with one arm. None of it can touch their body or anything like that. And it looks hard, I'll be honest. Because not only holding your arm straight out in front of you, that's hard because it gets very sore very quickly. But yeah, they drop pretty quickly. And surprisingly, in fact, as the challenge was going, I was thinking, wow, Sophie's really good at this. Her ball's barely moving.
Yeah. And some woman walks onto the set and jumps up on into the challenge.
Who's this contestant?
And wins it. Didn't they introduce her? And no, we did see a little bit of her earlier in this episode as well. But I actually thought though, until she won it, I thought, okay, they're just giving her some airtime now because she's about to go.
Yep.
But no, I'm wrong. That's why I don't bother predicting most of the time on the show.
Well, they definitely wanted to because they did say that they wanted to target her, and that's why Sage went to her and said, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's go after Savannah because she's after you." But
actually, what I said is a total lie. I totally predict. I just don't expect to get it right. Predicting's part of the fun.
Yeah. But then when Sophie wins the challenge, she's emotional because obviously she knows she was being targeted, and she's just like, "Oh, thank God, I don't have to worry about being kicked off the island this week. No, let's worry about."
And she was thinking of her mum. You would have enjoyed that personal.
No, I ignored it. Actually, I didn't even remember she said
it. You didn't.
I'm really good at filtering out the sob stories.
It didn't go very long. Hey, one thing that we passed over as well is that I really thought they were going to give Sage a choice of some sort when she won that advantage. Like in some of the earlier ones after 40, they were all about making hard choices. And I really thought they were going to say, I don't know what, but like maybe, all right, you've got the feast, but if you go into the challenge and, oh, hang on, no, that doesn't work. Like something like, you can swap with someone else. You can put someone else through to feast if you're happy to go into the challenge together, to curry favor with someone. Or, give her a difficult choice.
Or maybe
about
something like you can have the
save
feast
herself,
or you have to participate in this challenge.
Yeah.
And someone else will go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can put someone through to the feast, but they can't win immunity, or you can choose to have immunity. You can choose to go for immunity, but only if you don't take the feast. Or they used to love doing those, but they didn't. They kind of kept it simple.
Yep.
Which was fine.
So they head back to the camp, and the Uli Alliance's plans are completely in complete disarray because they're like, well, I guess we're not voting Sophie off anymore, and this is when MC is now like, I have to find this immunity idol.
And she's been waiting for a week, she said.
And she's like, I don't want to let people know. I think she did a pretty good job of going.
It ended up being a sort of a non-event,
Yeah.
really. But yeah, she did. Given
Um,
that she had to go under the boat.
so
I mean,
she,
the easier thing normally would be to just tell one person, like just
well, she
someone
did
to
tell
help cover
Stephen.
for you.
Oh, I
Or
see, I see, I see. Yeah, she could have just like used Stephen to cover for her or something because Stephen knew.
yeah, or even when she's going looking for the keys, like just have someone be lookout, or not that it always works anyway, but she pretty much kept it to herself, right?
Yeah, she did. And she nearly gets away with it, but as she's looking for the key, or shall we say keys, for this chest, she, of course, Savannah just materializes out of nowhere, and MC does the right thing and says, "Yeah, I'm looking for a key," because it's just like, well, clearly I'm doing something here.
She's right. You're not going to lie about it. I wasn't convinced about the camera job that they did in this case. It was a choice where they kind of had the camera scanning through the forest and then sort of passing over the keys, and then what? There are the keys. Like it narrates it, zooms in.
Yeah, and yeah, well, let's talk about that moment when they both realize, oh, there's the keys, and Savannah literally dives for the keys. It's just like, whoa, Jesus.
I wonder whether she knew in her head, as soon as I see it, I'm going to go for it, or whether she just like had a rush of blood when she actually saw it and just her inner instinct kind of.
Man, I don't know if she
out.
thought it through, because it's just like, well, what are you going to do with the keys? Because you don't have anything to unlock with them.
I mean, for all we know, they were looking for 20 minutes and she had plenty of time to think about it. But
yeah, that's true.
It's true
luckily,
she didn't know what to unlock, but because of the history of all these advantage things, she probably knew, and from having talked to Rizzo, she already knows how Rizzo's one worked, that he didn't have a vote. So I think she was just thinking, well, if I take the keys and you're not allowed to steal the keys off me, then you can't get your vote back. And then maybe we can pitch something against you. But yes, that would not have endeared her to MC at all.
Yeah, and it definitely didn't, because the keys that MC finds, which she managed to nab before Savannah got her sticky fingers on him, was a ring of many, many, many keys that she had then sat there with Savannah staring her down, trying to unlock this chest.
Can I just get a minute of your time while I tell you I trust you, while I'm interrupting you doing this very important thing after I've just tried to snatch them out from under your nose?
Yeah, and it's just like... And they come.
She's got some moxie, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my God, seriously, just walk away. You have nothing to gain here. Geez, I just don't understand. And MC is just like, I'm not buying any of this, but I'm just going. And even Savannah is like, she's clearly not buying any of this, and she's just saying what she thinks I want to hear. It's just like they're both just playing each other. It's just like, we're wasting our time here. Just walk away. But Savannah does say, yeah, okay, I won't tell anyone that you've got this, which she immediately breaks and tells Soph. It's just hilarious. And she's saying to her, oh yeah, I told her that I wasn't going to tell anyone. It's like, you were literally doing it right now.
And this really gets us wondering, is Soph going to come for MC's idol with her beware advantage?
Yes, definitely.
Because, it apparently in US at least has never been played correctly. You often don't know where the idols are, or they're not the person you want to take it from, or the moment's not right. So, and Jeff's there egging you on to make a big move.
Yep. Yeah, and so now Sophie knows that both Rizzo and MC have an idol, and she's got the thing that can take someone's idol that she hasn't told anyone about, I might add. No one knows except her that she's got it.
I'm just looking at the way the vote worked out, right? Because, I mean, even if you're going to steal the idol, like, what are you going to do with it? You've got to have a plan with how you then work the numbers to your advantage, right? But looking at it now, like, Soph ended up voting for Stephen, right? She lost the vote. I mean, she had an opportunity to use an idol then, but she might not have known who to play it on.
But but if you win it, it doesn't mean you have to play it. You just get to take it, don't you? I don't actually know. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, in my head you had to, but I'm not actually sure. Yeah.
But okay, so MC goes back, and I suspect that she's totally going to tell people about this, which is why I think when it gets to tribal council, she plays it because she's like, well, everyone knows.
There was a lot
anyway.
of pausing before. Like, if people actually knew that the knowledge is power, which always takes me a second to think of what it's called, if they actually knew it was in play, you would play that immunity fast.
Yes.
Like that idol fast, but they didn't.
So anyway, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because before they go to tribal council, boy, is there a lot of movement in the camp. So
well, there's a feast as well. There's Sage tooting.
Oh yeah, and Sage doing the old toot at the bum, which I thought was very funny, and it's just more endearing of Sage. She's a normal human being. She farts too, everybody. Just like
and she'll
me.
Tell you about it. And she'll tell you about everything she does.
So yeah, and so the Uli
There's
Alliance
a bit of scrambling.
Still thinks that Sage and Joanne are with them, which they are completely not. There's a lot of talk about
which is Sage by Joanne, really. I mean, we kind of criticized him a little bit for like, well, you're on the bottom, dude. Like, because he was pretty strong for a while. I know Uli all the way, but he flipped. It was probably good for him.
It is good for him. It's very good for him. I think he's in a much stronger position now because part of that Uli alliance, he was definitely the weakest out of all of them. And if it had come down to it, they definitely would have booted him. Which they were definitely discussed.
There's only 4 of them left now, and
there's only 3 of them.
1, 2, 3. Oh no, 5. I'm wrong.
Oh, 5 of the Uli, yeah.
Of the original Uli, yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, 4. Yeah, no, I'm correct. Nate's gone. 4 left. Savannah, Sage, Rizzo, Joanne.
Yep. So I was considering. Yes, you're right. Sorry. So there's I think it is Sage who informs Stephen that they're throwing your name about, but we're not going to let that happen. We're gonna go after Savannah, and Sage is really pushing for Savannah, but Christina is like, oh no, let's do the safe thing and go after Nate because what if immunity idols, blah 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 blah. It's just oh my god, Christina, you are so boring. I hope you get voted off. And I just think Christina...
I think I just kind of discounted most of that conversation. Yeah, maybe I just totally misjudged it. I just thought that was going to be this sort of amounts to nothing conversation. So I totally got that wrong. Most of the talk was about Stephen or Rizzo.
Yeah, because I'm talking about Rizzo as well. Even though Sage was like still pushing, no, we should do Savannah, which would have been the right move. Totally would have been the right move.
Yeah. And in my head, I guess I didn't actually think it was going to happen, but there was definitely a world in which the edit made it seem like Stephen or Rizzo, but then Soph grabs MC's idol and they take her out. But it ended up being none of those 3 things. It ended up being the one that you spoke about that I had kind of discounted.
Yeah. Which I didn't want to happen. I kept saying in our chat, "Oh, please don't let it be Nate. That is so boring."
And I was like, "It won't be." I'm like, "Well, Nate seems safe. They've hardly talked about him."
You also said that Alex is. You were thinking that Alex might be a target, but I think it became clear that he's not.
There are a few people last week that were just thinking, all right, there's red and yellow and there's 2 blues left and Blue Soph sort of seems in with her lot. So where does that leave Alex? Basically, like that potentially he could find himself on the outs, but no, he's going well.
Yeah, in fact, I would say both of the blues are doing quite well for themselves right now.
Yeah, I wrote down in my notes before even the first challenge. We see a brief conversation with them together where they're trying to decide, all right, if we sort of stick together, we can be pretty strong, right? So are we gonna let's have a conversation and figure out if we can both agree on which way to go, and they kind of agree that they can't. But I wrote down at the time, will these two split now but just meet again sort of at 6 or 5 or something? I think it's totally possible that the two of them end up making it that far.
That'll be interesting. And I mean, after what they've been through, wow. But again, do you think what they've done, the moves that they've made, would be enough for them to actually win? Because I don't.
Not so far.
No.
But Soph's got the tools.
Yes, she definitely does. She needs to do a big move. That's what she needs. She needs to establish herself, because at the moment they've really, aside from surviving being in the blue tribe, which wasn't that hard because there was always an obvious target, which just didn't happen to be them. They've pretty much just followed whatever they were told to do. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of confusion before they go. When they went off to tribal, I was like, oh no, we've had 3 names thrown around, and I'm very worried that it's going to be the least interesting one, which it did end up being. I mean, I
think Nate'll be pretty disappointed
to hear me say that.
Sorry, you go. No, just that I think he would have felt like he was in a reasonably strong position, sort of getting to the merge. He was a little bit unlucky with the last sort of mix, but then I think he would have thought, all right, now I'm back with my folk. We've got decent numbers. I've made good alliances, and bang, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think MVPs this episode are really Sage and Juan, who just pulled the wool over that Uli alliance completely. They did not see it coming at all.
Yeah. And I just didn't think it was going to happen.
They were so sure of themselves that when the numbers were being read out at the end, and they suddenly realized, oh wait, there's an extra number that we didn't expect. That's on Nate.
Yeah.
What's going on? Savannah was like,
I missed that because I was typing in my notes. I'm going to have to watch that again, I think.
Yeah, it was just like, yep, this is happening.
Question for you. Do you think if Rizzo had have known that they were going to target Nate, do you reckon he would have played the idol?
Nope. No, I don't think he would have.
Okay. I reckon maybe he would have. I actually think he would have. But I could just be the gullible one.
But you're a nice guy and I'm not. So I think what Rizzo said.
There's power in a saving move as well. It's definitely putting a target on yourself. But that's if you can successfully deduce the right person to say, you almost win an ally for life.
It's also very risky because coming up with that deduction is extremely difficult.
But holding an idol that everyone knows about is risky.
Yeah.
There's definitely benefit in getting rid of it.
So in Tribal Council, I actually really liked Juwan's comparison of this is like a scary movie. I thought it was so appropriate. It's like, you don't know who you can trust. You just hope you're not the one that's going to get killed first.
Do you remember that they've done this a few times now? Like in the first episode, he talked about Act 1. And he's talked about Act 2. He keeps making all these movie references, and he's like an editor.
Oh, I didn't know
that's
that.
his job. That's why he was sort of partly why he was so fawning over Nate, because Nate's in that world, and it was basically like, here's a guy who actually I would love to work for, or could get me a job for. Yeah. So that's definitely his thing. That's at least the third time he's made reference to arcs. And
so there's a lot of talk at Tribal Council, and I'm thinking to myself, there's not anything in that talk that makes it clear exactly what's going to happen. I would say.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah. And then everyone cast their vote, and the call is made for the immunity idols. And just before he moves on, MC plays her really smart move. I don't, and she's like, well, I'd rather play it and stay rather than not play it and go. So she was not sure what was going to happen. So it's a smart move. And also, personally, I'm like, well, you know that loose lip Savannah is going to basically tell someone about it. So you might as well just play it, because while Savannah,
as you said, she had leverage.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, get rid of the leverage, and then she's got nothing on you. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, yeah, she is already a big enough target without having an idol as well. Like she's already gonna have. I still think she can do really well, but she's going to have to keep winning challenges, keep making friends. You know, any chance they have to take a swing at her, I think they'll be happy to go for it.
I just remembered something from the second part of the challenge that was the immunity challenge, when Stephen had made it to the last two, and I'm like, come on, use your physics knowledge.
It nearly worked.
Yeah, but so yeah, unfortunately, the vote, it was actually, obviously, I mean, you said that they changed the order in which they'd read the votes, so they don't just come out randomly, right? Yeah, so for dramatic effect, definitely they changed the order, and it was tied for a long time.
And because we'd had so many names, I expected it was going to be all right. 3 votes here, 3 votes here, and then what are we left with? And then 5 over the top, or something like that. You know, sometimes they'll organise them that way, just to make 2 people sort of sweat. But no, it was just 2 names basically.
Yep.
Or if there was another one,
that was all it was.
No, just 2.
Yep. So the early alliance of Nate, Rizzo, Savannah, and Sophie, all voted for Stephen, and everyone else voted for Nate. At least they actually decided who to vote for. So, like, thank God for that. That would have been a disaster if they'd friggin' stuck that up.
Yeah. So we're now left with 10?
10. Yep.
10, yeah. Of which only 3 voted for Stephen. That was Rizzo, Savannah, and
Sophie. Oh, Soph. Sorry, Soph. Yeah, Soph. Yeah. They
really are going to have to mix it up now, because they're sort of
they're in trouble.
Suddenly sort of backs against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Soph will be looking for new friends.
I really hope it's a dynamic enough season that it does keep mixing.
I mentioned, I think it was in the video, that I wish that they'd gone after Savannah, because that Savannah, it was like the core of that alliance, and if they'd done that, it would have blown the whole alliance apart. So Soph would have had to have found new friends. Rizzo and Nate would have, because Rizzo and Nate are sort of close in that alliance, which is why now, with Nate gone, I think Rizzo is just going to realize how nuts Savannah is, and going to be like, oh, maybe I should find a backup plan for this or something. Well, I hope he does, because she's in trouble now.
Yeah, and I think he's pragmatic enough that he will do whatever makes strategic sense. Like, I don't think he's going to be one of these players. It's like, all right, well, you know, revenge path now against the people who voted out my buds. So yeah, that could definitely happen. Soph could go anywhere. So who is Soph? It's mostly Savannah then, isn't it?
Yeah,
that she's friends with.
She's made a big mistake by tying herself so closely to Savannah, because Savannah will ditch her at a moment's notice.
Yeah, and kind of Alex, but Alex could sort of take it or leave it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Savannah. So
in my head, she's still going a long way, but I could be dead wrong there. I'm not sure how she sort of winds her way through.
She formed that alliance with the Uli alliance really, really strongly, quite quickly. She's got a really good personality, and people like her. And as we found out last week, she's actually not bad at challenges. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's where we are now. So Nate's gone, and we're down to just 10. Did we want to go through the remainders and just give our thoughts about this is what you were discussing last week?
Yeah, do it. It might be a good time to just think, now that we've seen them all, how well do we think they're going to go, and what our kind of overriding feelings are about who's left.
Yeah, okay. All right. Do we want to just start from the top of the list with Alex?
Sure.
You can go first because I'll go on and on.
I was going to let you go first. I like Alex. I don't know that he's in that strong a position, really. Like he hasn't got that many close buds. I like him, but I don't really see him going that far at this point. I guess he's in with this other lot, but I don't know where his position in the people that voted for Nate is. I wouldn't think it's in the upper half.
Yep.
I think he probably goes in the next 3 or 4.
I completely agree with everything you said. I think that his closest relationship is with Sophie, which is not a good thing. Because she's proven that she doesn't really give a shit about him and that she's only like talking to him because of that original Blue Tribe alliance.
I do like that they were mature enough, though, to say,
yeah, we don't.
All right, we're going to try to make this work, but we don't think it's going to work. And that doesn't have to mean that we're at each other's throats. Like, let's still talk to each other. That can be very not strategic. That can be very, trying to say, efficient, or it can work very well when you've got
effective?
2 people who are on the same page. On 2 different tribes, because then you can kind of gather the information. The only thing about it is that it's probably a bit too obvious. Like, it tends to work better when people don't know you are a 2.
So if he's going to go far, he is going to have to form a better alliance, because he's sort of, it's like he said in this episode where he's sort of like, I can sort of like go anywhere. It's like, no, you can't, because people.
He seems a bit floaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Jawan? I'll start with Jawan.
Jawan. Okay, you go.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we'll do it that way.
At the start of this episode, Jawan was big talking himself like the Mr. Mastermind, but no, Jawan, you are not a mastermind. You are a sheep. And I hope you hear this, Jawan. You're a sheep following everyone.
No. I'm sorry, Jawan.
You are not a mastermind, okay, buddy? Look, you did well this episode, and you need to maintain those friendships that you've formed, okay? Because if you don't, you are screwed. And if one of your alliance gets voted off, you're done as well. So you need to keep that 3-person, the bottoms up alliance really strong at the moment. But I don't think there's no way he's going to the end.
Is Savannah going to come and rip out his jugular? Now, she sort of looked at him sideways after Shannon left, and then he told a story. She's going to be mad.
Oh yeah,
but is she so on the bottom now that she can't afford to just write off people who still might be good to her?
No, I think burnt the bridge.
She dislikes him enough that
there's no way he's going to be able to repair that bridge. But yeah, so what about you?
I kind of have mixed feelings about him. I get the number one thing is he's good for the show. He's a different type of personality. He talks to the camera a lot. He says, funny things, whether you agree with him or not. He was in a spot where like we said before, he was really on the bottom, but he didn't look like he was going to change. He looked like someone who was going to be rusted on, but he's actually, made a switch, held his nerve. He's definitely got way too cocky about it afterwards. And it's going to be a great arc when it all comes crashing down again. Probably not very far away. But he has been really good for the show, I think. He's definitely not my favourites, but I do like his all his facial expressions. Oh, we forgot to mention Christina's gasp face as she saw the boat on the walk-in as well. That was funny. I don't think he'll. Well, he may even end up sort of being a final 4 or 5 sort of person as well. But I don't think he's got any chance when it gets down to the serious stuff.
Okay. What about Christina, Michael? What do you think of Christina?
Speaking of people who won't have any chance at the end, she's She seemed like she was going to be someone who everyone might like halfway through, but we just barely seen her really. She doesn't seem to be having much to say in the votes, although, as she pointed out, she ended up saying the name of the person who went this time. She doesn't seem like a power player. I'm not sure that she's going to draw many votes at the end. We have hardly seen her in the edit. Not a major player.
So my thoughts on Christina have pretty much been the same since the beginning of the show, which is that I'm surprised she's still there. She,
I'm sure she's a lovely person.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a
we
lovely
would probably
person.
get on great.
Just like Joanne. I'm sure Joanne's lovely too. In fact, I would probably get on really well with Joanne.
You probably would, yeah.
Yeah. But Christina, her level of contribution, extremely low. She's not good at making the decisions. Also, I just want to point out, so yes, she came up with the name of Nate this episode, the weakest possible choice that they could have made, which for me is just like, that tells me about the kind of person you are, that you're just like always wanting to play the safe thing, and it's just like, no, this is boring, and I'm fairly certain she's not got long.
But I also don't think she was driving it either. Like she might have been the person who we saw say his name, but she wasn't convincing the tribe.
That's true. Oh yeah, so let's loop back to that. So when the three names were getting bandied about, so it was even though Sage was like, "Oh, let's do Savannah," I'm pretty sure that she was the only one saying that. That a few other people were saying Nate, and then Christina and some other people were. A few other people were saying Nate, and then a few other were saying Rizzo. So they obviously had to be like, no, we can't do this. We have to decide. And I think that they had to appease the but we need to play it safe people and say, oh, we have to go Nate then. Which, I mean, it's just like the worst possible outcome, really.
Do you think they would have gone Rizzo if they knew or highly suspected that Rizzo wasn't going to play the idol? Do you think that's the main reason they didn't go for him?
I think that, so I don't think it would have mattered if they'd heard that he wasn't going to play his idol, because they would have still been afraid. Because, the let's play it safe crew would have just been like, oh, but what if he does? That doesn't matter if he said he wasn't going to. Yeah, it just wouldn't have mattered. So, yeah. My opinion of Christina, not very good. She's done all right. But in my opinion, in the rankings, if I was to give her a ranking, I would put her under Joanne.
Yeah. And she's kind of set out a couple of challenges and stuff as well, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
The other thing about that Rizzo thing, though, is that it is alluring knowing that the idol will most likely go back out onto the idol if you ditch him. So sometimes that tempts people. I'm not sure if you've kind of seen that. They talked about it. I wasn't sure if
they
you
mentioned
knew that
it,
or not.
but I didn't know that was what happened. That there's only like a certain
up to a certain point in the game. That's usually what they would do. They would 95% at this point plant the idol again if they got rid of it or if he played it.
Okay.
So like MC's one or an equivalent to MC's one will probably go out next week. So sometimes that causes people to want to take the shot if they think Nate is not on their team. Like even if I don't find it, maybe someone on my team finds it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that makes a bit more sense. They must have been happy when MC played her idol.
Yeah, well, you're starting again here, so you don't think much of MC, do you?
You want me to start again? Oh no, MC.
I started last time.
I love MC. Okay, I think I've been pretty clear. I think MC is the best.
VIP.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's the best. I have nothing bad to say about MC. I think I even listened to her story, and I didn't cringe.
Maybe I should send you her pre-game video now.
Not if it's not good. Don't send it to me.
Don't go that far. I can't quite remember. I'm going to go watch it again.
If it's good, send it to me. If it's not good, don't send it to me. But so I think that MC has a problem that she's a big target. Not only because she's actually big, but she does really well at challenges. I think she does a good job of not being too in front of decisions that are being made, if you know what I mean.
Yep, agree.
Yep. But she's very present in terms of challenges. I mean, like I said, this is the first time she's lost a challenge in the whole show.
After they stuffed up the puzzle on her.
Yeah. She must have been like, you idiots! I used all my massive muscles to get us this far.
But yeah, she's not too big on herself, or she seems to have good judgment, like when it comes to being confronted with the keys this time as well.
And she sees through sees through people as well, which I think is really, really useful.
Yeah. Good judge of others, good judgment in the moment. She didn't flounder when she was confronted, but she didn't lash out in return either. She kind of listened to the story and half listened to the story and kept playing with the keys.
Yep.
She did some good expressions to camera when after that moment as well. I thought you enjoyed some of those. Those facial expressions.
I love everything about
with
MC.
the eyes.
As a gay man, I think it's safe to say not only do I think she's amazing, I think I really genuinely hope that she wins the show, but I think maybe she won't. She hasn't really made a big move or anything like that. She's more just like being part of stuff that's been happening.
Yeah. I didn't know where you were going with as a gay man. I was waiting for
no, because I was just like, this isn't just like a sexual thing, you know. I actually think she's amazing. I really admire her so much.
Yeah, of course.
Like, genuinely, I'm like, you are really impressive, and I think you're great.
No, well, definitely. I'm just poking fun. Yeah. I haven't got much more to add to that, really. Yeah, she is really good. Do I think she'll win? I would say no. She could.
I think something would have to. She'd have to do something to stand out a bit more, which would be terrible, really, because she already stands out so much.
We haven't really seen her organise a vote yet, but that could come. She's definitely capable.
She has.
Of it.
She has done that thing where she's. Like, okay, so when the Yellow Tribe first tried to form that 4-person alliance and she was pulled in last and she's like, I don't think this is going to work. I think I'm the last person here. They obviously thinking they can get rid of me. And she immediately goes to Stephen and says, okay, let's form this alliance. You know, we're going to stick together. And she's really stuck with it. She's been like, yeah, okay, I formed this alliance and I'm sticking with it, you know. And Stephen has been the same back to her, which is great. So those, I really like those two. That I like that alliance a lot, and especially because they're not like really showing that they're in an alliance at the moment, even though they technically are. They're doing a great job. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I could go for fucking hours about MC. I just think she's the best.
We can finish with her later again if you like.
Okay.
Rizzo, yeah. I mean, if we go all the way back to the start, I think a lot of people would say the same thing. They assumed that they weren't going to like Rizzo, but yeah, I do. Even from that very first challenge where we saw him against Alex, where he was doing the narrating and looking at his puzzle and everything else, he kind of big notes himself with the name, but he also pokes fun at himself, which is really good. He makes out with his idol like he's doing stuff for the tribe, and sort of, so, you know, to me, it sort of sends the right signals, but you can tell from his talks to camera that he is still, he seems like he'll make a move when he needs to make a move. He's obviously very young, but sometimes that can play well as well when you get to the last few. Sometimes people go, just, you know, good on you for doing that well. He's the
youngest person on the island by 1 year.
Much older. Okay. He is still definitely a chance. I guess he's in a bit of a spot right now in that he's only, you know, one of 3 of 10 left who are on the outside of that vote. But I think he can pull it back. He's still got his idol. He needs to be a bit careful. with it. Oh, I'm just thinking now. So it's both Rizzo and Soph are 3. Yeah, I mean Yeah, they really need to do something next, or she needs to ditch him.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
of the 3, I'm pretty sure Savannah is going to be like, yeah, I need to do something because I'm in a weak position now. I've realized that Sage and Joanne are not with us, and I need to like do something because I'm pretty sure that I might be next. So,
Mm-hmm.
but in terms of Rizzo, yeah, I was the same. Found him a little bit annoying at first, but yeah, he grew on me pretty quickly. I like his self-deprecation quite a lot, and that he's willing to look like an idiot sometimes. You know, because a lot of people
Which we
are,
can both identify with.
yeah, because a lot of people will not do things because they're afraid of looking like an idiot. But it's like, well,
On national TV, there are a lot of people that watch this show.
oh yeah, I guess. I mean, I would. Yeah, I mean, maybe I would feel the same. Maybe I wouldn't want to look like an idiot on national television. But
I said, both of us know, but actually that's completely a lie. If I was in that position, I wouldn't want to look stupid. I think you would actually play it different. If the two of us were on there, I think we would probably play it different. Yeah, I mean, yes, I can be self-depreciating, but not. I don't think I would make a fool of myself on TV. I wouldn't be doing Sage, for example.
I wouldn't do it on purpose.
I realized halfway through that about making a fool of myself. I'm like, hang on.
Aren't you online right now?
No, I meant talking about you. I mean, I've just implied.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, Rizzo, I think he's in a position similar. Well, he's obviously not in a great spot right now, and I think that he needs to get out of that alliance ASAP to survive. In that alliance, I actually, you know what, we could talk about that alliance at the end.
It can't survive with Savannah in it. I don't think it can survive. She's not going to stick with her.
I think that Rizzo is probably in the strongest position to form up with other people because Soph is just too close to Savannah, and Rizzo was more close to Nate, who got voted off. But yeah, he's not in a great spot. But if he can overcome this, I think he's got a chance. But he needs to do something. Because really, he's just been going with the group at the moment. He's not really done anything on his own.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, no one dislikes him.
Yeah, which is always good, handy. You know, not being disliked is good. Like Soph, I mean, she's gotten this far basically because people don't dislike her.
But also at the very end, if you manage to get that far.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's move on to Sage, another favorite character of mine.
You open for her as well.
Yeah. No. I wasn't too sure what to make of her at first because she is definitely different to everyone else, which I like that. I actually like that about people when they're not like everyone else.
Was it when she was peeing off the back of the boat before they even hit the beach?
Or when she had to pee when the boats came and she's like, no, I have to pee. When I get excited, I have to pee. And when she farts.
How we've seen her 3 times introduce her in the opening conversation. You mentioned the blackheads.
Yeah. But she's also shown that so I think she's playing a really smart game. I think her riskiest time was probably last episode where she basically led that charge against Shannon. I'm killing it on the names. I really got to say, I'm doing so well.
Yeah, you were reminding me of some of them partway through. I couldn't think of Savannah. Yeah, too many S's.
Yeah, so I think that the fact that she didn't lead the vote this week is really good. She wanted to get Savannah out, but I think it's really good that she didn't.
I was a bit worried about that actually. Yeah,
especially after she got
sort
the
of
advantage.
had a bit of a part in the last one, and then she sort of opened the story when they were telling the rest of the tribe, and then she got the advantage, like you say.
Yeah.
Had the feast. Yeah, is she driven it again? Yeah, heading into dangerous territory.
Yeah, I
totally agree.
I think she's in with a good chance. I like her. She doesn't mind if people think she's stupid because I mean she's played really well so far. Like she's done because I would say she was probably on the out for a few episodes back,
Mm,
because
mm.
Shannon was like sort of pushing to get her off, but then the situation, just because the Blue Tribe kept losing everything. But she's really made a good. I think she did a good job of just basically making people realize, hey, this person who's like trying to tell you what to do, you probably shouldn't listen to them. She's done a really good job of talking to people and,
Mm.
making friends. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, go.
No, actually, just while you're talking, I was looking through all, on this vote chart that sort of shows what tribe everyone was on. I was just trying to judge whether she has been on a tribe with most people now, and she has actually. There's not the
MC was the one she hasn't been with, but she is now.
No, she was in the middle tribe.
Oh, was she?
Oh,
you're right. Sorry,
I'm not sure if you're looking at the same chart.
Yep.
Yeah. Because sometimes, it just doesn't line up, and then you get to the end, and someone sort of goes, "Well, I don't remember much of your game." That was another thing we didn't talk. The fact that MC and Sophie and Christina all lit their torches this week. Crazy after a merge.
Yes,
that it's taken that long.
Yeah, so halfway through the season, and finally everybody's been to tribal council. Yeah. So,
I really like Sage.
Yep.
As well. Yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to get you to finish your thoughts on Sage.
Yeah, I really like her too. She's very funny. There is a risk that she not plays too hard, but maybe overplays her hand a little bit. Like I was a little bit worried that maybe she would step on the accelerator again a little bit too much. Like you kind of got to let it breathe a little bit so you don't become too big a target. But she managed that okay. There are definitely people that like her. It was good for her the way Savannah came to. Well, actually, no, she spoke to the camera, I think, about how she saw Sage as chaotic play as potentially being something that she could align with. I think there are a few people that could work with her.
You just reminded me that, like, early in the episode, there was a moment where Sage was doing some camera talk, and she mentioned that, I'm coming after you next, Savannah. Like, pretty early in the episode. And
she did.
She
did.
Yes.
And then Savannah.
But it's interesting that you say.
Why was that? Why was that, actually? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, this was after they were like, they think we're still part of the alliance and everything like that, but you don't understand that you're next, basically. She said as soon as I get the opportunity, you're next.
Yeah, but what made her want to go after her next?
Oh, it's because Savannah was doing that. I'm with you, right? She was doing all of that.
Oh, yes. Yeah, trust me. Like, yeah, big eyes. Yeah, that's true. And she was like, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Well, she's had a lot of practice of that with Shannon.
But it's interesting that you say that that Sage has to be careful, considering the moves that Savannah has been making. So do you want to go into Savannah?
Yeah, I mean, I keep saying it, but I like that she's in the game because we don't get many antagonists sort of in these recent series. In the old ones, they used to be a lot more sort of villains, people that they knew would definitely rub people up the wrong way. And these days they tend to cast, generally a lot of sort of likable people. Not that Savannah's not likable, but I mean, she's definitely more forward.
Yep.
I'm trying to think now about whether most of what we see of her being direct, it's mostly to camera, isn't it? I'm sure it would bleed through, when you're living with her as well, but it is mostly to camera.
There were a couple of times,
apart from the way she was speaking to Joanne.
Yeah, so there were a couple of times this episode specifically where she sort of freaked a couple of people out, like Sage and MC, and it's like,
yes,
yeah, and it's just like, you're a bit intense, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to see her doing that well at the end if she managed to squeeze through. I don't think she probably will make it that far. I do like that she's in there because just the dynamic it causes is a bit more interesting rather than having too many of the same kind of person. But I think she's gonna, even if she does make it through, I think she'll have rubbed too many people up the wrong way.
Yeah, I think she's gonna blow herself up. Yeah, so we might as well talk about that alliance of theirs now. So because Sophie isn't really a strong part of the alliance, she's just a hanger on. But now, yeah, so now that Nate is gone and the original early alliance is just basically Rizzo and Savannah. Rizzo is probably going to be thinking, "Oh, I need to do something." Savannah won't be thinking it; she'll just do it. She's not going to wait. She's just going to move straight away because that's the kind of person she is, which is good. I mean, very decisive but yeah, I think she might have burned a few too many bridges at this stage.
I guess I kind of hope she manages to pull something off in between, like to shake things up, even if it doesn't get her a long way. Yeah.
I'd be happy if she shook things up.
I wonder whether her and Sophie managed to do something, with an idol. Maybe with Christina. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, not Christina. No, that doesn't make sense. She was yellow. Getting all my tribes mixed up.
You mean Joanne or Sage? They're the only other ones.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to swing Joanne back now.
And I don't think Sage will want a bar of Savannah at all. Especially now that Savannah realizes, oh no, none of that was real.
I guess there's Rizzo as well. Like, how much is he going to forge out on his own, or are they going to go, yeah, look, is he going to go to them and say, all right, what are we going to do with this idol? Or does he... You would float the idea even if you had no intention of doing it, wouldn't you?
Well, I actually think that of the three of them, of him, Savannah and Soph, he's in the strongest position because he's got the idol and he can use that trying to form a new alliance. The others have nothing.
He can, but now he's the only person that Soph knows who has an idol.
Oh yes, but no one knows that Soph has the knowledge is power.
Yeah, but any time that she gets nervous, she can take it.
Yeah, I understand. But
unless someone publicly finds one next episode.
Yeah, so if I would say, that's very true. So I just think in terms of what people know, Rizzo is in a better position because everybody knows he's got an idol, and I think he should use it to try and form an alliance. Sophie isn't going to tell anyone she's got the knowledge is power. She's going to keep it to herself until you're right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes.
And I can't wait for her to play it. And I hope she plays it I really hope she successfully plays it, since you said it's never been played. I really, really want it to happen.
Well, it has been played, just not successfully.
Okay, all right. Then there's Sophie. So I didn't start this season out thinking much of Sophie. I thought she was sort of a follower. And my opinion hasn't moved a lot, but I don't quite think as badly of her. Because in the first few, the first 4 or 5 challenges, it was always Sophie's completely useless here. And she had...
I'm trying to think if she's the person we have the biggest difference of opinion on.
Sorry, I keep saying Sophie, but I mean Soph, sorry.
Yeah. I think maybe she is. We mostly feel the same about all the people.
I don't know,
but yeah.
But then I think to myself, so I was...
Oh no, you're a Soph hater, Ben.
Am I? I am. Okay.
You wanted her out.
I did want her out, but then... Then when I had to think about it, 'cause she did really well in last week's challenge. She did extremely well and really redeemed herself in my eyes. And when you think about how well she's ingratiated herself, where basically a complete outsider from a tribe that was eating itself has basically come in and they're not even considering voting her off on the multiple opportunities that they had. That's pretty impressive. So I think she's in with I think she was in with a chance, but now I think she's in trouble because she's tied herself to Savannah, and Savannah is going to dump her like, I don't know, something you dump, hot potato.
Thanks for going that way.
Yeah.
I have been tricked before sometimes into thinking, they've done so well to ingratiate themselves and they're not getting votes. But I have been tricked sometimes because in the end, sometimes it's because they just didn't see that person as a threat and that they don't actually respect their game enough to vote for them at the end anyway. But I think it's just that I think it's just that she's sort of a likable personality. Like she'd be cheery on the beach and she's not, getting under anybody's skin or anything like that. I mean, I really like her, but mostly personality wise, and just I like going for an underdog. So when her and I like both her and Alex, who I don't think. Yes, one of them was Jake that got pulled from the game, and the others were sort of obvious votes. But I feel like they didn't have to dirty their hands too much. They didn't do anything to make me not like them in getting to be the last two.
Well, Soph did sort of backstab Jeremiah, but anyway, aside from that,
Well, she had to. Well, they had to do it to somebody.
Yes, but
I feel like they weren't mean about it or anything like that. I feel like they just played their best game.
I also think that that tribal council was like, well, I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Jeremiah would be holding too many grudges.
Yeah.
I probably unrealistically think she has a better chance than she probably does.
I'm going to be so impressed if she really wins. I really will.
I don't know about wins, but she just gives me the feeling of someone who sort of makes it to the last five or something. I don't know why. I could be just totally off. I probably am off base. She just gave me that feeling from the start with the kind of airtime and stuff she was getting. But I'll also say that Nate was giving some of those vibes as well. And once he kind of survived the first few as an older contestant and he was still getting that kind of coverage, I expected him to go a fair bit further than he did as well.
Yep, the editors are out to get you, Michael. What about Sophie?
Sophie, who started...
Sorry, it's Sophie. So you know her, right? You know the one? We've seen her a couple of times.
Well, we have seen her a few times now, as much as we still like to joke about it. And look, heck, she won that challenge. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty good. And she seemed to be, in the first half as well, she seemed to be, putting her weight behind the ball and helping everything. She wasn't just sort of watching along. Like sometimes you can see people just, all right, heavy guys, or muscly women, you push the ball and I'll sort of get aside and
I'll commentate.
Kind of. I feel like a lot of the way we feel about her is just due to not really seeing her, and the one of the first times we saw her was her complaining about the fruit. Like I feel like I don't really know her.
I forgot about that.
Hardly at all. So it's not really against her or anything. I'm still a little bit surprised by how little she's been edited in. I guess the fact that she kept winning didn't help, but we still saw plenty of MC.
Yeah, so I agree with you that we have, of the contestants, she is by far the one we've seen, I mean, easily, like by country mile, the one we've seen least of. She's not really been part of any big things, big moves happening. She's sort of just been... Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on with her. But again, she won this week and she definitely threw a spanner in the works of the Uli Alliance because they really wanted to vote for her. But again, that would have been a boring one as well because like she's the obvious choice. But yeah, I don't think she's going to make it to the end. I don't think she's got a strong alliance with anyone, and I think she just happened to be on the yellow tribe at the beginning. That's how I feel about it. But do you have anything else?
I'll have to find one of those charts that people do throughout the season that sort of show how many times they've done talks to camera. I forget what they call them, so I can't find it right now.
Okay. She hasn't done many.
This whole kind of subculture of people who track they know from so many seasons that, the people that get to the end or the people that, win sort of end up having a certain, proportion most of the time of the edit, and they sort of watch the show with that in mind, kind of.
Okay.
I don't normally pay a lot of attention to them. Well, I don't actually. Normally, I don't listen. I don't look for them at all. I only hear what other people say about them. But I mean, you don't have to look at a chart to know that she hasn't been getting much time.
But the last one is Stephen, rocket scientist Stephen, who, I mean, I liked from the get-go. I've liked him from the very beginning. I like the alliance that he's got with MC. The fact that he's got it with MC has nothing to do with the fact that I like him, even though it helps, He's come up against possibly getting voted off twice now. And he survived. I think he's making smart decisions. I don't think he's going to make it to the end, though, because everybody seems to see him as a weak player.
Do you think that's why they're voting for him?
Yes. I don't think it's because...
Why would they vote for a weak player?
Well, why would they vote for, like, Nate? It's just like... Nate's...
Well, after you get to merge, you're usually trying to get rid of people who won't work with you.
Yeah.
Or who you think can beat you.
Okay. But that's the thing. I mean, I haven't seen him do. Okay, no, that's not true. Okay, so he was part of the Get Rid of Shannon alliance. So I think he's in a pretty good position. I think if he can keep that alliance with Sage and Joanne going, I think he's actually going to go far. But I don't think he will make it to the end.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like enough of an alliance to continue to be able to do stuff. Like at some point, it's got to break, and I don't think Joanne's like a reliable pillar on which to do that.
As he's shown multiple times.
I do think he and MC could go a long way, and maybe they end up pairing with another couple,
maybe Savannah
somewhere. I'm not sure who. Yeah, I mean she's going to have to find a home. I'm just trying to think. Have we seen her jive with any men at all?
Nate,
what are we left with
Rizzo,
now? 2, 3,
Joanne, and Alex.
4. We've got 4 men and 6 women now.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's interesting. I'm just looking at when people went out. So we had 2 women in the first 2 people who left.
Yep.
And then after that, Jake was evacuated. But including Jake, there were then 4 men in a row before we had Shannon and then Nate. Yeah, it's interesting.
So Stephen, Savannah doesn't like nerds. I can tell you that. Which I think is part of the reason why she doesn't. I mean, yes, she's got other reasons for not liking Joanne, but she doesn't like nerds.
Doesn't seem like his kind of person, though.
Yeah, and so Stephen is a nerd.
You know what else I see? They've never been on a tribe together.
Oh, okay. So maybe maybe she'll try. Maybe she'll try for him because she's like, well, I've never worked with you, so let's see.
Maybe.
But I think it's.
I mean, she did just vote for him, so she's got some work to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he'll know that they all voted for him. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. She's got a problem. Savannah has a problem. It's a very big problem. What is she going to do? Really? What do you think she can do?
Well, she's definitely strong of opinion and everything, but yeah, she doesn't have any advantages. We haven't really seen her, organise a vote, or persuade people at all.
No, she's more telling people. That's what she's always been like.
Mind you, though, like, yeah, yellow. So did she? Oh, I can't see it here with the votes. She hasn't been part of many votes though, so.
Do they have the tribal councils here? The list of the tribal councils would be really handy.
It is here somewhere.
Anyway, I think that Savannah is in a lot of trouble. because now that she's realized her alliance that she thought was an alliance isn't an alliance, and that she's definitely on the.
She's going to hate Joanne.
Yeah, definitely. No, more than she did before. Yeah, I can't wait to see her talking to the camera about it. Yeah,
I'm finding it hard to. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I'm just reiterating. Yeah, I think she's in trouble. She's in big trouble.
I'm finding it hard to judge Stephen. I think. Yeah, he is the kind of player that, yeah, especially with MC, could go a decent way together. He doesn't seem sort of commanding enough to win it himself. Like, I would definitely back MC over him, even though she's a tart. But then, obviously, if they're going for him, I think they are going for him because they think he's, good at challenges. No one's taken a swing at Rizzo, I don't think.
Or MC.
He hasn't had any votes against. Well, MC's only just lost for the first time.
That's true.
Yeah, hard to judge. Because I mean, we've just been through everybody who's still left.
It's not surprising that no one's taken a shot at Rizzo, though, because actually that's not true. There was one tribal council where somebody put in a vote for Rizzo. I can't remember exactly which one it was. It was either the Jason one. I think it was the Jason one. Because Savannah had convinced Jason that they're going to go for Rizzo. But yeah, he's doing pretty well in the fact that everybody seems to like him. He's a nice guy. He's easy to get along with. You know, he just needs to get away from Savannah.
Yeah. I think of the 10 people left, the people who can win, I won't count Alex. I would say MC, Rizzo, Sage. I'm sort of having trouble picking Stephen. I still reckon there is a way that Soph could get there. Yeah, I would list those 4.
I don't think that Savannah could make it. I just don't think she's
no, I don't think so
burnt too many bridges. But yeah, okay.
Alex would probably be a 5th if I had to pick a 5th, but I don't really see that.
Yeah, I'd agree with most of
Stephen,
those.
Hard to judge. Alex, not sure. I'm probably way overrating Sophie, which puts Sage is definitely a shot. MC, Rizzo, Sage would be the big 3, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
I kind of hope Sophie wins, especially because it's the thing that we differed on.
Well, I hope you're right as well, because I'd be happy if she won. I would love to see her argument in final tribal council when she's in front of everybody.
It'll be very entertaining.
Yeah, I'll just say, okay, let's hear it. Let's hear the reason why everybody should say you should win.
Let Sage rip. Yeah. Have you got any sort of outside, non-obvious, either think will do very well? It doesn't have to be win. Let's say get to final tribal, or just one that you want to, even though you don't think they will.
I kind of want Alex to get far, but I just think he's riding the fence a bit too much. He's trying to be part of every alliance. It's just no, that won't work. Everybody can see it. But then again, he did vote with the alliance that got Nate out tonight. So yeah,
and I keep not associating him with, you know how you made that statement about, well, in DC, you know, I work out what both people. That's not what he said. I sort of listen to both sides and then make the calls, or something like that. He doesn't seem that sort of decisive. I mean, obviously he needs to be in his job or whatever, but I don't feel like we've seen that side of him that much, of sort of needing to be cutthroat or whatever. He seems just like a little bit more passive than that. But
I did like
maybe that's just what we're
in that final Blue Tribe vote before they did the reshuffle. I did like that he was just like, look, he was completely open about, I know I'm in a position of power here because I have immunity. Let's talk about this. I really like that. So for me, that was like, okay, he's basically showing that
himself.
He gets stuff. He gets this, and he's just like, I just want to work with someone. So let's talk. Yeah.
I would be fine with him doing well because, I like the underdogs.
Yep, that's the Aussie way.
And he's got a great smile, Ben.
Yep. But so does MC, just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm all on MC. If MC did well or won or whatever, no complaints here. And even if in an untimely exit she sort of goes out at 5 or 6 or 7 or something, I would be more than happy with her coming back.
I'm
for sure.
I'm actually kind of hoping that she's one of the ones that comes back for season 50. I'm like, really, like, come on, please let this happen. She's so good. We cannot let this opportunity go by. Come on, Jeff, my best buddy, BFF forever.
I think it's incredibly likely, given that they've already announced the other people, and I'm pretty sure it's a 50-50 split, that if MC is the woman that goes, that the other will be a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And given what Jeff said in this episode about it, it sounded like it was going to be the people who are remaining who would be one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon Rizzo is in with a really good shot of being in 50.
Yeah, well, he's got a good personality. He's I'd agree with that. I actually,
and he's
honestly,
still kind of growing.
Yeah, and of all of them, I would actually think those two are probably, in my opinion, which Jeff asks me about all the time, that they would be the best choices to go to season 50 because they're the most interesting two, at least in my opinion. Thanks for asking, Jeff. But yeah, I think we should probably call it there. We've been going for an hour and a half now.
That's a long one. Well, we wanted to do that recap. That was good. No, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's sort of starting to come together. Sorry about your Nate. I know, well, you had a few favourites, but he was definitely in your top 3 or 4, right?
Just in the last couple of episodes, he was a little bit diminished because I didn't like that he was sticking with that Savannah alliance so much. He should have really gone out. He didn't read the room properly.
MC and Sage are top 2 for you. Yeah. And then...
Yeah. MC and Sage, yeah, definitely. But that's it.
I nearly every season, the person I want to win is a woman. It's just the way it goes. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wonder if I'll be like that. I think as well.
Partly because it's, is that an underdog thing? I don't know. I don't actually know what the.
I'd be fine with Steven winning, even
now.
though I don't know. I can't imagine a world where he would, but I'd be fine with that. I like Steven. Yeah, I think you're right. It's like I sort of like the underdogs as well. So you're like. I want Soph to win because, it's sort of like the underdog thing. And I'm like, I want Steven to win because of the underdog thing. But I don't think he's going to, unfortunately. But yeah, I think we should probably call it there because it has been.
Apparently, so far, there have been 28 male winners and 20 female winners.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, more female winners.
If I can trust Google AI.
Yeah, you can totally trust it. Google AI never lies. Thank you very much, Michael. This is going to be fun editing this one.
Thank you. Thank you for watching with me. Don't edit it. Just cut the top and tail off it and off we go.
That's exactly what I do. That's my form of editing.
Jawan would do better.
He totally would. Maybe I can just ping him on social media and say, hey, Jawan, you got any editing tips for me?
Yeah, ask him about his equipment.
Do you use DaVinci Resolve, or are you like one of those dirty Adobe Premiere?
And has he got one of those fancy consoles?
Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's go.
You never know. A lot of those people are on Twitter or equivalent.
I don't want him to see the horrible things I've said about him. So
you don't have to link the video. You can just ask him an editing.
He might look okay. All right. See ya.
All right.